Happy Sabbath and good morning. Do you, like David, have a heart after God? David was the youngest in his father's family, and visibly he was the least liked of Jesse's sons to be anointed as a king. Yet God instructed Samuel to anoint David, that David would become Israel's king. By that, God was not concerned about outside appearance. He was at the heart. David has a heart of a warrior, for God and the Lord was with him. He was unashamed of his faith and believed God would give him the victory in his battle of Goliath. He even saw the battle as a single Philistine man against the army of the living God. During battle, David viewed in three aspects. 1. David viewed the situation with the eyes of faith. Second, David viewed the battle as more than a physical battle. And third, David viewed the battle as the Lord's. But on the side of Goliath, he viewed the battle as a simply physical battle. David realized the battle was more than a physical battle. He even knew that Goliath's words and actions were spoken in rebellion towards God. David saw the battle lines that were drawn. He even heard threats and also witnessed the fear in the eyes of hearts of that men that day in the battlefield. Neither Saul nor the men in Saul's army looked to God that day. Instead, they focused on Goliath's size and weapons. David did not go up against the Philistine giant Goliath as a servant of Saul. Instead, David went up against Goliath in the name of the Lord. David believed in his heart of the Lord would hand Goliath over to him, and the world would soon learn and know that there was a God in Israel because of the victory that God was about to bring. And the winning point of David is that he advanced towards Goliath with full confidence in God Almighty. He knew God was mightier than Goliath because with God, the impossible is always possible. David facing Goliath was one of many battles that David faced. David's life journey to be king of Israel was only the beginning. His faith was tested, and at times he made a few bad decisions. Yet when confronted with his sin, David acknowledged his sin and sought God. David accepted to the consequences of his actions and humbly turned back to the Lord. So brethren, do not let the enemy of your soul speak fear into your heart. Step out in faith and know that God is mightier than any situation you will ever face. God is with you no matter how alone you may feel at times in the battlefield.